Today in this session, we are going to discuss about another memory management technique, that is segmentation. So as far as segmentation is concerned, it is again a memory management technique in which each job is divided into several segments of different sizes. So we are going to diversify the jobs into sub jobs, but the only condition is that these jobs are of equal sizes, uh, and one for each module that contain fields that perform related functions. A user program can be subdivided using segmentation, in which the program and its associated data are divided into number of segments. So all the loading and linking is also being uh, considered while segmentation, and all the references, all the referral data is also segmented along. So segmentation is different as compared to paging technique. If we are talking about paging, the pages are physical in nature and hence are not fixed in size. Whereas if we are talking about segments, segments are the logical divisions of a program and hence they are varying in their sizes. So segment is a logical unit, such as if we are talking about the main program, the procedures, functions, methods, objects, common blocks, or maybe the data structure that we are having, arrays, stacks, local variables. All segment size may be equal or may not be equal. So segmentation support user view of memory, and collection of segments is called logical address space. Each segment has a name and a particular length. The address specify both segment name and the offset within the segment. So we have to maintain all the details related to the segments, as in segment name and its offset. And possibly we may have to maintain certain overheads as well, that also provide certain detailed information about the procedures or the main programs that are under execution. So the programmer therefore specifies each address by two quantities, a segment name and its offset. For simplification of the implementation, segments are numbered and are referred to by a segment number. So we can maintain segments very easily and conveniently if we are using segment numbers rather than the segment names, because it is quite difficult to memorize all the names, or maybe if some other third person is holding on the segments, they may have to analyze in detail for the segment names and the other details. But if we are maintaining them in the form of segment numbers, they are more convenient and easy to go. Thus, a logical address consists of two tuples, that is segment number and offset. Normally, when a program is coupled, the compiler automatically constructs segments related to its input programs, because the use of unequal size segmentation is similar to dynamic partitioning. And when we are differentiating as compared to the dynamic partitioning, it is that the segmentation may occupy more than one partition, and these partitions not only contiguous but may be non-contiguous as well. So segmentation eliminates internal fragmentation to huge extent, but like dynamic partitioning, it suffers from external fragmentation. And the simple reason for this is because a process is broken up into number of smaller pieces, and the external fragmentation should be less. So we have to accommodate all the smaller segments of particular procedure or the program as per the size of segment. So we have to map very carefully so that no external fragmentation may occur. So you can check from this example here. We have a process P which is being divided into variable segments. We have non-equal sizes of segments. You can check over here. Segment 1 is of different size, segment 2 is larger, and segment 3 and goes till segment n. So we are having variable sizes of all the segments. And here we are mapping these segments into main memory. And for that we are maintaining segment map table, under which we are maintaining the segment number, its size, and memory address to which the segment is being mapped. So the first segment here is of 400 size, which is mapped to the location 100 in the main memory. Then afterwards we have second segment of 200 size, which is occupying 500 location at main memory. And similarly it goes till segment n. We are mapping all the segments into main memory like this and maintaining all the records related to segments in the segment map table. So this is quite similar in a way that we were maintaining the page table in paging scheme. But under paging scheme, we prefer to divide the whole process into pages of fixed size, and they are being mapped to frames in the main memory of equal size. But here we have fixed sizes of slots in the main memory, but segments are variable in size and we can map accordingly. Wherever the slot is available, the frame is available, we will map and maintain the record in the segment map table. Let's quickly have a look to the various differences for paging and segmentation. As I have mentioned, we prefer to form the pages of fixed size, but under segmentation, segments can be of variable size. So in paging, program is divided into fixed size pages. But when we are talking about segmentation, program is divided into variable size segments. In paging is invisible to the user. It is a virtual or maybe the back end, the object oriented mechanism which is performed without the knowledge of user. But segmentation is visible to users. They also play a vital role while segmentation. When we are talking about paging, division into pages is performed by the operating system. And if we are talking about segmentation, user or compiler is responsible for dividing the program into segments. Paging is quite faster as compared to segmentation, whereas segmentation is a slower procedure. Apart from that, we have certain advantages of memory segmentation. So Let's discuss the various advantages that are held by the memory management scheme of segmentation. It basically allows the use of separate memory area for the program code and data and stack portions of the program. So different protections for different segments can also be provided here. It permits a program and its data to be placed into different areas of memory whenever the program is ended. So we don't need to have the contiguous locations. We can disperse the data and the program wherever the slots is available. So we can avoid the fragmentation also. Moreover, when we are implementing segmentation, it enables the sharing of selected segments. So we can share the segments as well, and we can map them into the main memory accordingly. But if we are talking about other techniques like paging, we cannot share the pages. By using segmentation, multitasking becomes very easy, and it is quite easier to reallocate segments that we can easily reallocate the entire address space if we are using segmentation. Moreover, having separate code and data segments in one program can work on different sets of data. So this is possible by reloading the data segment registers to the point to new data. Additionally, we can add one protection bit that are associated with segments. It provides protection by not allowing to write to segment that is read only. And segments can grow dynamically. Segmentation supports virtual memory, dynamic linking and loading of segment is also possible. And programs are relocatable as that program can be run at any location in the memory. So these are the few advantages of segmentation scheme. On the contrary, it also possesses few of the disadvantages, as the major concern lies in the external fragmentation that is present in segmentation. So we can say segmentation is prone to external fragmentation. This may occur when all the blocks in the memory are too small to accommodate a segment. So compaction may, however, be used to solve the problem of external fragmentation, but we cannot assure the full elimination of fragmentation. And moreover, it is quite costly memory management algorithm as compared to other mechanisms we are having. Segmentation finds free memory area big enough, so expensive or difficult to allocate contiguous memories to segments. When the number of segments are large, basically, then the size of segment table will also grow. So it cannot be accommodated in any of the registers and has to kept in memory. This, however, need to have a good hardware support from the underlying architecture. So we have to maintain a segmentation table as well, which obviously needs extra efforts and extra resources. As with paging, the mapping requires two memory references per logical address. This shows the system by a factor of 2, caching in the method used and solve this problem. So we can say paging keep a list of free pages, whereas if we are implementing segmentation, in segmentation no such information is maintained. Apart from this, we can say segmentation and paging both have their advantages and disadvantages. So we have another technique of segmentation with paging. So in this we have combined the approach of both. So some computer system combine the two approaches to avail the advantages of both approaches in single system. If the segments are large, it may be inconvenient or even impossible to keep them in main memory. So this leads to idea of paging them so that only those pages that are really required have to be around. So many significant systems have supported page system, and this a particular